just going through the process of the draw again. Having a repeatable metric, hand below the waistline, belt line, whatever. You can have your gun here. This is what people like to do: is they have their forearm against the grip of their gun, and this gives them a nice reference point to grab onto their gun from. I don't personally do that a lot. I just didn't practice that way. I like to depend on muscle memory for this. Okay, so it doesn't matter if my gun is slightly behind my waistline. As you can see, it's not 3 o'clock. Yeah. It's like 3.5 o'clock. Some people like to have their holster up front. It's a little bit faster, but it's, in my opinion, hard to get a consistent draw every single time. Let's practice it. So for me, the way I like to do it is I will have my hand overshoot the grip by going further behind it. Okay? As my hand slides down, I'm focusing on this part of my hand, okay, to fill up that beaver tail or tang of the pistol grip, and that's how I establish my grip. So this is basically my number one. Okay, that's it, right? So I'm focusing on getting a established grip here first. Okay, as the gun comes out and as I'm getting this getting my hand established onto the gun, my support hand comes onto my stomach. Okay, this also works for concealment, especially if you wear appendix carry, because when you have to draw from appendix carry, you do this. So it's the exact same motion for me. So his hand goes on the stomach, gun comes out. As the gun is rotating and turning towards the target, my support hand essentially intercepts the gun, like this. Okay? Like that. I'm not really thinking about it intercepting the gun on its way out. I'm just simply building my grip as soon as the gun is here, and that way I'm not getting my hand in front of the gun and then flagging myself. So as I am building my grip, I want to make sure this thumb is raised up. He was having issues with that as well, well, not issues, but he was just having his thumb down. Having the thumb flagged up means that I can bring my support hand in and build that grip however I like. Whether or not you do this, or this, or this, or whatever, I don't care. This is just never a good idea. You're losing too much contact. So, on the one-shot draw, people think this is where the speed comes in. It's not. You actually get your standard of the draw by working from here. Okay? Because if you, the dot's off. By working from here. Because if you can get this down really fast with the holster shit, but then you do this, oh, there it is. You're not gonna make it. So, we can work from compressed ready, right? But it's also important to have a safe draw. To his point about being in home defense and stuff like that, is he wearing a holster with a gun in it at home? Probably not. I sometimes wear my appendix holster at home, but that's only if I'm feeling spicy. You know, most people
just walk around with my fucking shotgun.
Sure, right. Most people stage their guns somewhere or whatever. So we're gonna be working from compressed ready, but I also want you to have a fast and safe and consistent draw. Okay. So,
shooter ready?
Ready.
Stand by.
1.29. Okay. Try it again. 110. Okay. 110 again. Okay. Cool. I don't want to push myself because
that was really nice.
I don't want to push myself because you guys are watching. I can hit a sub 1 sometimes. All right. That was a 149. Stand by. Alpha 128. Stand by. Now, did you present there, or did you pull that to the right?
I got probably half of the way there to presenting, okay. And then I would just, all right, I'm just gonna pull the trigger.
Okay. What are you focusing on when you are presenting your gun? What are you looking at?
Usually just the target. Yeah.
Good. You should be looking at the target. With irons, it's really hard to do this. Dots, you just see a dot floating in space. It's easier. Yeah. You can target focus with irons. It's still difficult, but you can still see the blurry 3 little lineups, right?
Yeah.
There's that aperture, front side post. So, look at the target or look at your front side post. I don't care which one you do, but either way, you should see your sights. You're looking at the target, you should see your sights coming in and lining up onto that target. Okay. I want to see you focusing on your sights aligning onto the target. Okay.
All right.
Off to the right again. That's okay. Did you yank that one? The shot?
I guess.
Okay. Stand by. Good. Alpha 136. Okay. Stand by. 138. Try going slower.
I yanked it right.
That-
when
the
I
hits are
pushed
fine.
in,
Yep.
I kind of.
The hits are fine. Work on technique first, worry about the outcome later.
Okay.
Outcome-based training it has its limitations. Don't just look at the paper and take that as good or bad, right? Because I can also get lucky and throw the gun out there. But go slower this time, okay? And consciously think about flagging that thumb up so that your whatever your grip comes into, at least you won't have that problem, okay? Stand by. Better. A little bit better, right?
I went over.
Your thumb wasn't as dug in,
No.
but I want you to draw, and if you need to take a second and then build your grip, go for that, okay? You're making improvements. It's slowly getting there, right? When I go to build my grip, when I draw the gun, my support hand goes onto my stomach. For you, it's going to be like here-ish. As the gun comes out, my support hand essentially intercepts the gun on the presentation, okay? I'm not mentally thinking that way. I'm just simply, when the gun's about here, that's when I move my support hand onto it. The whole point is that I'm not flagging myself, so don't build your grip too early. Another thing is that, and this will work for you too, this part of my finger, I'm physically feeling the sensation of this part of the gun against this part of my finger. So I'm doing like this. So I'm not just like immediately going for a clasp. My hand on my stomach is like a knife, the knife hand thing, right? So when it comes to the gun, I'm feeling that index first onto my finger and then clasping my fingers around, okay? All right, shit, are you ready?
Yep.
Flag that thumb up. Stand by. You got your thumb out of the way, but I want you to flag it up. So from the draw, have the thumb flagged up and keep it flagged up the entire time. Because you also don't need to ever actually drop that thumb. You can shoot like this, right? Okay, we got draws down, that's fine. That's something you guys can work on at home.